Hello, hello everybody. Welcome to CoKo's Let's Play of Baldur's Gate, Part 5. So I noticed last time that while I moved my camera effectively away from many of the UI elements, it overlaps a tiny bit with a four-person party. So what I'm going to do is once this loads back up, let's see if I can make a micro adjustment. Yeah, a tiny bit, and there's a little bit of room above me, so why don't we do that? Tiny bit more? That looks pretty good. I dig that. I think that'll work for now. Alright, so we left off right in the middle of some adventures. We were walking towards the waypoint for the next quest to try and cure ourselves of the parasite. And I saw these folk yelling possibly at people inside here. Oh, a person operating the gate up top. Interesting. So already we see we have some options. We can walk up top. This feels like a situation where we might have to take sides. Or just walk by, you know.
Let's move.
You know how it goes.
Open the bloody gate!
Nobody gets in! Zevlor's orders!
That pack of goblins will be on us any second!
What's going on?
Goblins are on our tail! Open the gate, Zevlor, now!
You let goblins here? Where is the druid?
Please! There's no time!
Uh-oh.
By the nine hells! Open the gates!
Hey, they're opening it. Oh no.
Cannon! No!
Oh no. Oh no.
Shit! Form a line!
Damnable roach! Provoke the blade
Hey, he's another Origin character.
and suffer its sting.
Wow, there's a lot of people in this battle. Neat. Well, that's a good thing we started so far away. Holy cow. Where is everybody? There's Will here. Goblin in front of him. So how many antagonists are we looking at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we got the 3, 4, 5 allies. I guess the 2 on top here. We might be in a good position to battle from up here. Just clear these guys out, and then that space can be ours. So is jump a bonus action? Because that'd be good to jump up there. It is a bonus action. Alright, we can get up here. Does this count as a jump? I don't think so. Question is can we hit him? It kind of looks like we can get up here in one go.
Step quick.
Yeah, we can. Huge. We don't have enough movement for that. Yeah, we are disadvantaged because we're too close. Yeah, we might be better off doing this and then jumping up. What kind of bonus actions do we got? Oh, we can also shove him down. We don't have enough movement to get that close on this turn. Okay, let's attack up there and then jump up. Missed. We can't jump. What's the deal with that? Well, that's fun.
The subtle approach.
Alright, well, this didn't work. Oh, we used the bonus action. Good.
Scout! Get to the high ground! Raiders! Guard the bastard! For the absolute!
Light on my feet.
Yeah, you blow that horn. Hey, we got a rally. I like that.
On I go.
Nicely done.
By sickle and sword.
Get him, Weil.
Down.
Will. Yeah, Ramira.
On the move.
Ah. That's a good miss. Who did that? Interesting. Doubled movement cost, eh? We could probably put that out with water.
They will know who bit them.
Yep, we were spotted.
I'll bleed every last one of you!
Oof. Okay, well I can take him out pretty easily. Why is it only 50%? Alright, what would my bonus action be? Maybe I shove him off as my bonus action. And then...
May the gods take you first.
Beautiful. And I still have movement points. Stay alive, buddy. Very nice. Yeah, what are you up to? Why'd you do that? Okay. Who can we reach? Which ones are your cantrips? Firebolt. Or a sacred flame. That seems like a good thing, right? Makes them radiant. Mist. Go get him, Will. Hachi Machi. I don't know what he did, but that seemed pretty good. Alright, time for you to go down. Oh, I can't make it there. If that's the case... Hey, leave Will alone. Alright, let's see, who can I hit? Missed. Alright. Just hang out here, I guess.
Ready or not?
Strata now, huh?
No choice but to keep going.
I could have moved her first. Nice. Hello. Thank you. Happy Easter to you as well.
One day, I'll catch a break.
Hop Easter indeed. I got this phony Negroni. Okay. Now I made the mistake of...
Death's cold grip.
Yeah, you can just hang out. That's fine.
Don't linger.
Can't even catch my breath.
Well, they're in trouble. Alright, Shadowheart, what do you got? This does damage, so...
Moving.
Don't stand around healing each other. Just kill them.
You bow, or you break.
Over here.
Can't stay idle. Let's get this over with.
Time to meet your maker.
That was the last of them. Inside! All of you! More may follow! Open the gate!
Well, if you insist.
They were tenacious. I wonder what they wanted here, other than bloodshed.
Wait, we need to get...
I just wonder if the grubby little beasts had any friends, and if they're nearby.
We need loot. Let's take everything and look at what it is later. Cloud sync, you say?
Anything of use?
Oh, I even had some lamb. It's pretty good. Ooh, Morning Star. All right, we're all in. You can close the gate now. That's the real treat. Hey, somebody close the gate. Do I have to go tell them to do so? I'm encumbered in movement. I should do something about that.
Cannon?
Oh no.
No! Get up, cannon!
No. Poor cannon. Poor Arca. I want to try saving again. I think I've lost connection to the server though. Which is weird because I seem to be online otherwise. Like my streaming is working.
Cannon? Next. No! Get up, cannon!
Oh. Looks like it got one of the files at least. Do the other one. Come on. Don't leave it hanging. Yeah, well, there's an issue with one of those. Alright. They closed the gate. So, let's do our level ups.
Cannon?
Gained a passive Circle of the Land. Very nice. So I got one level 1 spell slot. That's great. And 2 level 2 spell slots. Fabulous. Look at all these spells I have. Okay, so I get 2 spells that are always prepared. Huh. Arctic Coast, is that these? Oh. What? Circle of the Land. Right, so these are the ones I have prepared, which means these are the ones I can use. What's this Circle of the Land business, though? These are all passive features. Let's see if there's any... Whoa, cool. Okay, so you pick a category and it gives you these 2 things, mirror image and spike growth. Let's see if that shows up anywhere here, spike growth. Okay. Where's mirror image? All right, let's just look at the first one. Hold person and spike growth. Yeah, I think something's weird with the internet, but as long as the stream's still going, you know, that's okay. Hold person, which is a level 2 enchantment spell, and spike growth. So I'm wondering if this Circle of the Land business is just like a shortcut for picking these. Alright, let's do it in the spirit of it. So, I'm a rock gnome. You channel the natural arcana flowing through the earth. So what kind of rock gnome am I? Am I a mountain? If I am, then I get mirror image. Mirror image is kind of cool. 3 illusory duplicates. And each duplicate increases your armor class. That's pretty badass. I think all of these come with spike growth. No, they don't. Alright, so Arctic comes with Hold Person, which holds someone still. And Spike Growth, which shape a piece of ground into hard spikes. Movement is halved. And then if they walk on it, they get some damage. Coast gets Mirror Image, which I like, and Misty Step. You teleport to an unoccupied space you can see. That's not bad. Desert gets Blur and Silence. So disadvantage on attack rolls against you. A soundproof sphere, and everyone within are silenced and immune to thunder damage. That's interesting. Forest gives me Bark Skin and Hold Person. Protect a creature from attacks. That's kind of cool, but I think in most of these scenarios, I'm going to be the creature. I don't know. Grassland, I get invisibility. Do, like, all of these people, like... Acid Arrow, that's kind of cool. And Darkness. Yeah, these two together work nicely. You cast Darkness on yourself, and nobody can shoot you. And then from the darkness, you fire out an acid arrow. But these aren't cantrips, so you can only do this like once. And Underdark gets me Web to and Web Creature, and then Misty Step to teleport. Yeah, I'm torn. Let's see what else shows up in the prepared spells. What happens if I pick something like just for temporarily? What does it look like here? Yeah, no worries. To be honest, I don't think it's your internet. I think it's mine. I think I've been having internet issues all weekend. And I think what Twitch is doing probably is like throttling my connection so that it at least is able to keep going with the limited bandwidth it has. And that's probably why chat is delayed. Probably like doesn't try and do real time because the connection isn't good enough for real time. That's my guess. But no worries, as long as you're able to follow along. It ain't a huge deal. Okay, so this list of prepared spells seems to be independent of my Circle of the Land ability, which is something to remember. Because any of these things that I like. Oh, nice. So it'd be really cool to see Aurora. Also, Aurora is one of the most fun words to say. Aurora. Yeah, when there's clouds in the sky, no Aurora. 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 Okay, so any of these spells that I like, I can incorporate into my prepared spells list independently of Circle of the Land. So, yeah, these are categorized as always prepared. So prepared spells, it seems like you can change this list at will from your character sheet, probably, outside of combat. And then the always prepared ones are just always prepared no matter what you do. So it's kind of like, you know, what do I think I always want to have regardless of my, let's say, strategic choices based on terrain and whatever else is going on. I gotta say, of the ones that I've seen, Mirror Image, I think, is one that I'm gravitating towards. I like the idea of having duplicates of myself to distract attackers and increasing my armor. Because I think I'm going to be walloping people with my staff more and more. So being able to be in the thick of combat, like, I don't have a ton of ranged magic, at least not at the moment. So Mirror Image is one that I kind of like. The Silent Sphere, not really. Blur, not really. Like, I like Blur, but I think I'd rather have the Mirror Image than a disadvantaged for attack roll. Even though thematically, being a desert gnome would be awesome because deserts are cool. Yeah, Bark Skin I don't think I want to use because I don't think my party would count as a creature. I'd have to be like summoning an animal, which I can do. So I can summon an animal and then make it really tough. But I don't know if I have the summon animal yet. I have like the thing that makes me an animal. I didn't mean to click that, but I'll adjust. I wonder if I could change this when I level up in the future. Because whenever I get the ability to summon animals... I'm going to look this up real quick. I'd like to know... Oh god. If I can change... It's, I think it's considered a respec, so I'd have to go to Withers at the campsite and spend gold. Maybe? Or maybe not. Alright, let's see what it says on the wiki. Circle of the Land is a subclass of Druid in Baldur's Gate 3. Circle of the Land Druid's primary ability is Wisdom. Their saving throw proficiencies are Intelligence and Wisdom. And they have a hit dice of 1d8. Yep. All that good stuff. So level 2 is the Druid Circle, and I did Circle of the Land. And then I'm level 3. So they call these passive features, and they provide unique abilities or effects depending on the character's race, class, and level. So you do gain more possible choices as the levels go on, which leads me to believe that at each level you could change it. Though it does look like they're added based on the type. So Arctic, Coast, Desert, you get stuff at different levels. So let's see, like, can I change Circle of the Land passive feature? Each land choice provides... Oh, okay. Got it. So it's permanent for the level. So I think like at level 3, whatever I pick stays here, unless I respec. Now when I get my next set of choices, those will be permanent for that level. They stack on top of the ones I play here. Alright, so we'll operate on the assumption that we won't want to respec regularly, like only if, you know, I'm really unhappy with the way things are going. So, knowing that I can pick a different set, like to be attuned to at a different level, I'll have the choice to either continue with a terrain type that I want to optimize for, let's say, or pick a different one next time. So, you know, long story short, I think I'm just going to pick based on, you know, the abilities now, given the type of combat that I've done so far against the types of opponents I've done them with the allies I have. And then, you know, at the next time I do this, I could do something different. So since I haven't used animals on my side yet, except for the one that I've been, I wonder if you can cast it on yourself, Barkskin. That's another worthwhile question. Oh, hit my mic, sorry. Oh, so you can cast barkskin on yourself. Naturally, someone on Reddit made the joke of, yeah, but like, you got to be careful in public for touching yourself. The internet, man. Alright, so that changes things. If I can cast barkskin on myself, then I can optimize for turning into an animal and then making myself very resistant by using this ability. So that's something to consider. What's pass without a trace? Stealth checks? That's pretty good. I'm not terribly keen on spike growth, particularly because I'm a little doubtful of my ability to use it effectively, like strategically. So far, I haven't done the best job of like being able to predict how the enemies are going to maneuver around the combat field. And spike growth seems like something where you want to be able to place it at a place where, given where your allies are and where the enemies are, you can virtually guarantee that they're going to have to walk over this. Or it prevents them from, like, you know, walking over something and they stand back and let you wail on them. But I'm not totally confident. Like, mirror image is a nice ability because, you know, no matter how dumb I am in combat, I'm going to get this benefit because the enemy is going to be wailing on the illusory duplicates. So I could be dumb and still get an advantage. So far, I think I like mirror image and maybe the bark skin, just so I can start using my animal abilities more. Because if I'm a druid, then I really want to lean into my animal stuff because that's fun. I can imagine it being really fun to just have like an overpowered animal form that just goes to town on enemies. Like acid arrow is good. That probably is easier to use effectively than the spike thing. I mean, because essentially you're just starting a combat with this damage plus the delayed poison effect. So it's just like a nice attack spell. I do like this darkness thing. But it would be really useful for like having me and the other party members that I have who are ranged attackers just stand in this thing and just fire from a distance. That's pretty good. Yeah, teleporting sounds like a great idea. And it's a bonus action, too. Which has a benefit. Now, the thing is, I can always pick some of these as prepared. Like, I don't have to have them as always prepared. If I think I may want to use them from time to time, I can prepare them in my set. Like, teleport. It's got to be somewhere here. Level 2, was it? Okay, am I reconnected now? I'm trying to determine okay, my stream disappeared for a second because of my network issues. And I believe it's back now. So apologies for the disconnection, but it definitely indicates that it's my internet that's being the problem. Yeah, it's been like 2 days where I've had an internet issues. I don't know what that's about. Awesome, great. Yeah, I don't understand what's going on with my internet, but like I'm glad that now that it's back, it's in better shape. Okay, so one of the things I wanted to look at is if I were to prepare some of these spells instead of having them always prepared. Like, for example, let's look at these two. Darkness, which is not on the list. So, it's kind of funny, actually, that not every one of these always prepared spells are available for me to prepare. So, like, for example, Spike Growth, I can prepare if I think I want it for an area or a specific combat encounter, which leads me away from selecting it in the always prepared set, because if I need it, I could just prepare it. But some of these in the always prepared set are not in this list, and so I kind of like want to lean towards those, since the only way I can get them is if I do them through the Circle of the Land. So Swamp has 2 of them that are not available otherwise, at least not yet. And if we look at Underdark, Misty Step and Web. I don't see those either. Alright, what about Mirror Image? Is Mirror Image in this list? It looks like kind of a tall person and then some people on the side. No, but Pass Without a Trace is, and that was in one of them. Okay, so no Mirror Image, and I like Mirror Image. I might want to have Mirror Image always prepared. And Invisibility, I don't think that was there either. Invisibility looks like something from X-Files. Alright. Forests. See, Hold Person is in the list. And Barkskin looked like... so Barkskin is not here either. So if I want Barkskin, I gotta select the Circle of the Land. Okay, so if I had my way, I would have Mirror Image and Barkskin. But that is not available. So let's look at my mirror image options. The other thing I got to remember is that I'm going to be in combat with a group. So things like the swamp ones are really good with a party because I can cast darkness on a group of us who are going to attack from a distance. And web is another example of something where, you know, I can web them up or use the hold person incantation and let my melee allies wail on them. So if I want to also consider myself as a support character to my party, which is always my favorite way to do things in RPGs, you know, instead of like being a fighter, I want to have a fighter in my party and let them be the, you know, the tanky fighter, the tanky melee attack person, while I stand back and do the other stuff. So I kind of like that style of play where I do the support incantations, the strategic things, letting someone else just do the, you know, high damage attacks. In which case mirror image is still useful, but like maybe not as useful as some of these other ones. I definitely don't think I want pass without a trace, and I can prepare that one. I'm good on invisibility. So another consideration for always prepared is something like Misty Step could be a good escape valve. If I'm getting overwhelmed in combat, which, you know, given my lack of strategic talents so far in this game, and I get myself cornered, a bonus action to teleport myself to safety seems like a great thing to have, like always prepared, you know, just in case I need it. So coast seems good. All right, so far I'm leaning coast or perhaps forest. Perhaps mountain, perhaps swamp. Now, spike growth. Oh, bark skin is something I can prepare. Oh, that changes things. Okay, great. So no forest because I can prepare bark skin and hold person if I need to. Right? I saw a hold person there, didn't I? Nope, I didn't. I lied. Nevertheless, hold person is probably the one I'm like not terribly interested in. So if I can prepare bark skin, then I don't need forest. Spike growth I know I can prepare. That's there somewhere. Feels like every time I look at this list, different things than what I remember being there is there, because there's no spike growth there. Okay, that's fine. Oh, I need to pay more attention. Creatures cannot make ranged attacks into or out of it. Creatures. So this is like for against animals. Yeah, I think I'm leaning towards coast. It's got two abilities that I can see how to use them. One of them in Misty Step is an emergency use case. Unless I figure out a really good strategic way to take advantage of it. Like, I can see it as like I walk up to one enemy, bash them, and kill them, and then teleport to be in position to strike the next one. So I could see ways to use it. And mirror image, I could definitely see good ways to use it. Maybe in every single encounter. Okay, coast it is. I am a coastal druid. Which I didn't really think of it. Like, I was thinking more, I'm a rock gnome. But coast can kind of work. Like, coast is where the rocks and the water meet. So, there you go. Okay, so I fudged up my prepared spell by clicking on things. So let's fix this. I like Ice Knife. That has been useful. Water, I'm not totally sure. Like, I used it to quell some fire. That was kind of nice. Speak with animals I haven't used yet, but I can see where I might want to use it. Okay, let's remove these now. Let's look at the level 1 first. Yeah, Entangle is not a bad ability, similar to Hold Person. Wow, heat metal, that's interesting. You force someone holding a metal weapon to let go of it or get disadvantage. Neat. Exactly, I'm a rocky coast. Like a puffin. Alright, I want to have some healing on me, because healing seems good. So, healing word. Calls down a beam of light that damages any creature that enters the beam or starts its turn in the light. Cool. See, that's kind of like Spike Trap. Like, you position something, and it does damage. Oh, neat. Thunder Wave. Push people away. Those are always good abilities if you're getting overwhelmed. Charm might be useful out of combat, but I'm not terribly interested in it. Animal friendship. Convince a beast not to attack you. Maybe. I kind of want to have speak with animals, even though I don't know where to use that. Yeah, fog cloud seems like a similar way to... I think that affects me, though, too. Or anyone in the fog cloud, including my allies. Okay, so healing word is creatures you can see with 18 meters of range, but it does 1d4 plus 3, and this is 1d8 plus 3, so potentially greater healing, but you got to be able to touch them. Now, given the fact that I can do the warp, if somebody really needs healing, I could warp next to them and touch them to heal them. But that feels like I'm putting some constraints on my own ability, which I don't want to do. So we'll keep healing word. Yeah, so some of these abilities, like Long Strider, are useful as a support player because, like, for example, I could touch Lae'zel and increase her movement speed, and she can just rush something and crush it. A lot of times, though, when combat starts, like, I'm not in a position to take full advantage of stuff like that. Alright, let's get water and let's get ice knife. And then let's see what level 2 spells we want to do. Nice, Flaming Sphere seems pretty good. Holy crap, attacks from within 3 meters are always critical hits? That could be devastating. I could hold somebody and Lae'zel and whoever else can just wail on them. Always get critical hits. Flame Blade sounds cool, of course, but I don't think I want that. Okay, so let's have one utility spell and one, like, kind of damage an area spell. So, Flaming Sphere. So, we summon a sphere that damages enemies nearby, and then I can move it. That's kind of cool. It does fire damage. And you roll 2d6, so potentially up to 12. The other one was Moonbeam, which 2d10. I think I like Moonbeam more than the Sphere. Though the Sphere you can move, which is kind of cool. That could be fun to play with. That seems more like a wizard type of spell, though. Stand back and, like, move a flaming sphere around the battlefield. That doesn't seem very druidy. Or a spike growth. Okay, I'm going to do hold person and moonbeam. Cool. Now the prepared spells I can change. Oh, we're all leveling up, huh? I can change her prepared spells. So greater health. She's got some level 2 spells. Gain some spells. Trickery domain spells. So inflict wounds. Yikes. So that's a melee one. Yeah, so here's the thing. I tend to use you at a distance, in which case... Oops, I keep clicking instead of looking at things. So inflict wounds, as nice as it is, I have to be up close and personal to do it. Whoa, heal your allies and increase their hit point maximum by 5 points. That's kind of neat. Oh, nice. Guiding Bolt could be used in conjunction with Astarion's stealth abilities. So mark an enemy as everybody having an advantage against them, and then use that. Alright, let's optimize Shadowheart for being like a healer support character. In which case, let's remove inflict wounds. Guiding Bolt even also is like requires some level of... Maybe we'll keep that for a second. Having 2 healing spells could be useful. Healing outside of combat could be nice. Like if I do take a lot of damage and then recover afterwards without using a lot of potions. Not a bad idea. But yeah, let's not have spiritual weapon or hold person. This aid ability seems pretty good. Let me look it up real quick because I want to know. I want to know like how much So it gives them plus 4 constitution worth of health. Or concentration, not constitution. So I think heal, though, doesn't like heal health. Or maybe it does. Oh, so it also increases the current hit points. So it's not a direct heal in the sense that it refills their hit points for out of their maximum. It creates a temporary condition of raised health. Intriguing. Let's remove Cure Wounds and replace it with this thing. But first, let's pick a level 1 spell. Maybe I'll just give you all the healing. Cure Wounds. That's a lot of healing. I dig it. She's got those cantrips that can attack stuff, so... Alright, so he's got a new cantrip. Oh, it gained some cantrips too. Neato. Okay, I kind of like these assassin abilities. Nah, I don't think you're a swashbuckler, Astarion. Holy moly, Arcane Trickster has all sorts of things. Yeah, Assassin seems pretty cool, but I don't know. How can I say no to this long list of things? Like, having cantrips is like the best thing ever. Okay, Arcane Trickster is kind of what you are. So I think it works for your character. Holy mama. Having charisma is nice. Someone in my party has to be charismatic. Could be you. An illusion. That's nice. Toll of the Dead. True Strike is similar to the thing that I gave to Shadowheart, so... Though it being a cantrip is different, because he can just use this over and over again and allow the other party members to do the damage. Alright, let's do friends, because I just like the idea of having charisma checks be advantageous. I kind of like Ray of Frost. I can do it at a distance. I can do damage and reduce movement speed. That seems like something that just like wherever he is on the field of battle, I could get advantage of it. Leave a creature prone to laughter without the ability to get up. These are some tricksy abilities. Alright, putting someone to sleep I like. Let's do that. So they're prone with laughter, unable to get up, and then every time they get hit, they have an opportunity to shake off the effect with a wisdom save. It's interesting. Yeah, let's try it. It could be fun. And then expanded, you could learn a wizard spell of your choice. Obey. Oh yeah, Magic Bissell. Classic. Classic wizard damage spell. Interesting. Link yourself to a target with a bolt of lightning. Deal an additional 1 to 12 lightning damage each turn by activating it. Neat. I kind of like the chromatic orb. It's less tricksy and more just classic, damage. But yeah, so she's got a jumping thing, so that's good. What's maneuver? Eldritch Knight, you say? Yeah, see, these are nice, but if she's a fighter, her primary source of damage is going to be from weapons and smashing enemies with weapons. So trying to be cute with these things, I don't think is going to benefit me as much as anything that helps me just deal damage from a weapon. So like improved critical hit is a good idea. And Battle Master also seems like a good idea. I don't know what maneuver is, but so your superiority dice are d8s. You have 4. At fighter level 10, these dice become d10s. Yeah, sure. I'm sure that's good, whatever it is. I can imagine creating a party where she's an archer, but not the way I have things organized now. I'm going probably like the straightforward path of her being my melee fighter, because I haven't really made anyone else into a melee fighter. I suppose you don't have to have anyone do that, but it's helpful to have like someone stand in the middle and absorb some damage and attention from enemies and wheel damage. So it's definitely champion or battle master. Neat. Okay, I think I like the Battle Master one with these maneuvers. And you get to do 3 of them. A disarming attack sounds awesome. And evading footwork, right? Disarm and evade. Nice. This is an interesting thing. You do an attack that deals 1d8 damage. If you hit, then you select a friendly creature, gain half its movement speed, so that they can come up and do a follow-up attack. Yeah, precision attack could be useful. There might be certain situations where I like definitely don't want to miss. Like I want to finish an enemy off so that I can continue with the battle and not have to worry about them. Because there's many opportunities. There's many times where I've been like 1 or 2 health points away from finishing someone off, but my attacks are like 65% likely, and then I miss them, and then I have to spend another round or another character to actually finish them off. So having her like in when I need to guarantee or like effectively guarantee a hit, that could work. Riposte is also a good one. But it requires that they miss. Attacking more than one enemies, that's really good too. Okay, so the disarming attack that I have, I think any one of these could be the one. Either do a trip attack or a pushing attack. So what might be the best use of that ability? The target must be large or smaller. Yeah, let's have sweeping attack because there's going to be situations where multiple combatants are near her. And I think the last one's going to be precision. I could potentially change evasive. Now, you know what? Instead of precision, spend a superiority to add it to the result. I mean, that's kind of what I want. Yeah, let's just do precision. The other ones that have effects like disarming or sweep or tripping or pushing, I don't really care about the effects. Like, I'd rather just do more damage and like guarantee that I do the expected damage. So this works. Awesome.
More goblins. What's next?
Okay, that took a while. Let me resave now. Assuming the internet's better, it might fix up my cloud saves. Yeah, because it's got 3 cloud saves to catch up on. Let's make sure that that happens.
No! Get up, cannon!
Feel like we're being watched.
Alright, hopefully it did one. Alright, they're all cut up. Beautiful. And let's do a manual save just to be sure.
Cannon?
Alright. So what I want to do... Yeah, I think this Morning Star is better. This ritual staff seems to be about the same as the quarterstaff. But it's a ritual staff. How can I say no to a ritual staff? I gotta stop clicking accidentally. Everyone gets a torch. Scruffy vagabond clothes, huh? On a hit with a weapon attack, possibly inflict a minus 1d4 penalty. Cool.
Can't afford to stay idle.
Looking ahead.
What am I to do?
What a day.
Enough waiting. I crave blood.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
Cannon?
It's gone, Archer.
No! Get up, Cannon! More
Whatever comes, I'm ready.
I should have known. Can't trust the devil.
Watch your time before it's too late.
You have too many abilities, Shadowheart.
How delicious.
Assume nothing.
I should have known. Can't trust the devil.
Watch your time before it's too late.
Have a lot on my mind. And, well, in it.
Yeah, you do.
It's gone, Archer.
So if I do this... Okay, cool. Okay, so we entered this area, we did our level ups, we adjusted our inventory, handled our weight issue.
Cannon?
I've lost track of how long the stream has been going on because it restarted at some point. So now we have to go figure out what the hell was going on. So we should go talk to people. Where am I on the map? That's the new waypoint we got, but we didn't actually walk up to it to see it. All right, come up to me, party. Let's go. Let's, as a group, go talk to some folks.
I feel like we're being watched. Best be on my way. What's up for discussion?
Glad you were here for those goblins. Picked one off yesterday myself. Shot her through the throat. Well, that should have killed her, but she kept gasping. Clawing at the
Sounds
air.
pretty horrible.
I had the same thought. And it's just going to keep happening.
What's
Okay.
next?
I guess that's it.
You made it look so easy. The killing.
Yeah, we're good at that.
You made it look so easy.
All right, well, let's go deal with this. We probably shouldn't loot his body.
He's not breathing! Go find a healer!
Yeah,
Embarrass yourself.
he's gone.
No!
Sorry, Arca. I don't know what's going on with the the goblin invasion here. Thank you, Wise King. I'll consider it if I usually don't connect on other platforms, but I'll keep it in mind. So, she doesn't need to be told to avenge the death. Not necessarily.
Someone's going to pay for this.
Yeah,
Arca, no, wait! What are you doing?
that was gonna happen anyway. Should we loot the body?
Tempers are rising. It's clear not everything you find is at your disposal.
Yeah, I don't want to loot his body.
There are children here, you fool!
We was running for our lives.
You led them straight to us, and you let them take the druid too? Unbelievable!
Hey, I'm a druid. Huh. A multicultural group here.
We lost him back at the ruins. Whole place is crawling with gobos.
He trusted you.
Nobody forced him to go with us. He insisted. And when things got tough, he couldn't keep up. Simple as that.
My God, you're a coward.
The human's eye twitches. He's about to blow.
So if he's about to blow, he's probably in the wrong. Like he probably didn't do enough to save his buddy, the druid. But, you know, given the heat of the battle, it's probably not a good idea to antagonize him right now. So, you know, taking a swing, exacerbating the situation, maybe not. There could be more goblins on the way. So I could try and persuade him to cool it, or to intimidate him to do the same. It's kind of an equal role for me. I could just let them let out their steam, which is kind of what I'm leaning towards. Like, I don't know this group of people. I'm gonna do some intimidation, see if that works. Oh, I forgot to do the bonus. That's okay. I have 3 inspiration. Let's use one. Oh, I don't actually have the Shadow Hearts bonus? Interesting.
Enough! Squabbling is pointless. The goblins have found us.
At least we agree on that. All goblins could arrive at any moment. Lovely.
Gale approves. He's not even here.
We need a healer.
Actually, we don't need a healer. We're in pretty good shape.
Forgive that display. Aradin's a blowhard, but that's no cause for me to join him. Thank you for your help out there. I'm Zevlor. Well met. I should warn you, visitors are no longer welcome in this grove. Whatever your business, I'd see to it quickly. The druids are forcing everyone out.
The
This attack will
druids,
only
you say?
strengthen their resolve. There have been several attacks by different monsters. The druids blame us outsiders for drawing them here. Nobody's welcome anymore. They've started a ritual to cut the grove off from the world outside. We can't stay, but we'll be slaughtered if we leave. We're no fighters.
You seem pretty tough. Oh, right. We're not looking for a healer for our wounds. We're looking for a healer for our parasite. We already have a goal in mind for that. We don't need to ask him about it. What are the druids up here?
We are refugees from Elturel. We took shelter here after gnolls attacked us on the road. We were bound for Baldur's Gate, and it was too late to turn back. Elturel had no place for tieflings after the descent.
The Descent, an infernal conspiracy that had seen the entire city of Elturel briefly dragged to the
Oh,
hells.
snap. It's cool that I get to know that with my arcane knowledge.
So I hoped, but we've lost so many already. And more will die if we're forced out again. I've tried. Korga, their new first druid, won't even see me. You, though? I know it's not your business, but she owes you for saving this place. Perhaps you could persuade her. For more time to prepare, if nothing else.
I probably could.
Really? We're messengers now.
We'd owe you a great debt. If we're forced to leave now, we won't make it to the city. You'll find the druids at the heart of the grove. Please, make them see sense before more lives are lost.
Yeah, we're messengers now. What's wrong, Astarion and Lae'zel? You, like, never played an RPG before? You do everything else before you do the thing you're supposed to be doing, even if it seems like it needs to be done immediately. Perhaps especially if it seems like it needs to be done immediately. Timber. That's the druid. What a neat place. I'm a druid. I got this. There's a sleeping bear. How do I get down there? I don't know what this lever does, but I feel like it's gonna wake him up or something. Is this like a lift of some kind? No. Oh, I see. It's gonna bring up. This is like notches of some kind. So there might be a platform down there that he's like sleeping on, maybe? I'm not sure. Let's go find the waypoint. I want to talk to animals. Timber.
The squirrel lunges at your foot and bites it.
Hey! Hey, crushed that roll.
You follow the squirrel's gaze to a pair of clumsy, ugly feet. Your own, on her territory. Looking around, her territory extends from one end of the grove.
Territorial squirrel, huh? Yeah, I mean, come on, squirrel. Get out of here. Yeah, we effectively have this roll for free. All this animal stuff.
She studies you for a moment before twitching her ears. Compromise.
Yeah.
After a final squeak of warning, break the rules and there will be trouble.
Fair enough.
She
I can live with
skulks
that.
away.
And I got a reward. We got a hyena here. From which we can get a potion of speed. You know. Sure. Hey, there's a bugbear assassin on the map. What?
Something over there.
how do we deal with him? I don't know. Okay, 2 of us go one way, 2 of us go the other way.
This will do nicely. We'll do it my way.
Sure. Okay, interesting. All right, so Strata is next, so we can do... We can knock him over with my staff. Boy, do you have a lot of abilities. I don't really think you need to do anything or move at all. Astarion's gonna get another turn too. You could just hang out here, I think.
Survival is all that matters.
Lae'zel, what do you got? Alright, I'll knock him over. And you go to town.
Nothing important is ever easy.
So we do a bonus action. We could do topple. Thanks, thing. That's not what I was up to. Yeah, I don't really need to bring you closer. I can walk up and try and topple you. Leave room for her to walk up. Critical miss. Fabulous roll there. I mean, you can hang out here. It's no big deal. Just bash him next time.
What should I do? Swift and lethal. Let my name be known. Got to focus.
I won't give in.
On the way.
You're supposed to be dashing. That's some hell of a dash. Must have picked the wrong thing. Yay!
I wonder if this is worth the cost.
I am fury. I am death.
All right. What now? Should mind my step.
Yeah, what was that about? So I didn't get to him in time, I guess. Sorry, Nadira.
Peer through the telescope.
Yes, please. Whoa. Yeah, definitely focus the telescope. We should get this. +3 from wisdom and guidance. Oh yeah, we crushed that roll. It looks like a dragon.
You see a dragon circling like a bird of prey, hunting.
Move to the left. I'm guessing left is the direction that I'm thinking that the dragon moved in.
The telescope points to the left.
Yep.
The telescope points straight ahead. The telescope points to the right.
Okay. Interesting. So we'll have to deal with that at some point. Alright, well, much more to do. But this is probably as good a stopping point as any at the moment. So let's do a save. And thank you everyone for joining and putting up with my network issues. Next time, more fun will be had. Let's make sure that the cloud sync happens appropriately before we quit things. No, I failed. Yeah, we want to retry the sync. I don't strictly need to be saving my things, my saves on the cloud. Like I'm not leveraging the multi-device stuff. Nevertheless, though, it's probably a good idea to try and make sure things are in a good state. Oh boy. Yeah, the cross save. Like I don't really need these cross saves. I might uncheck that from options because I don't strictly need my saves to be cross saves. But let's see if trying another one works. Dang, so we got some network issues, but if I look at the status here on the save was uploaded to Steam Cloud. It just failed the cross save to Larian's servers, which means I should still be able to load from this save. And I don't particularly care that the cross save failed. It is nice to have things in a clean state though before, quitting the game. But I might not be able to. It looks like whatever networking issues are happening are going to be, sticking around for a while. They might not even be my network issues. They might be Larian's, like server issues. But I feel like I've at least done a save that works here. I'm going to do a quick save just to have a backup save of something. That should trigger a cloud sync too. Now, both of these might fail the cross save, and that's okay. I should have 2 saves to Steam that are effectively local saves. It's interesting how like one of the saves worked. So let's look at load saves. No, they both, yeah, manual save and quick save. They both have the cross save issue. All right, retry sync one more time, but I think I'm okay to just quit the game because I can load from these saves. I'm not gonna be using this cross save ever, frankly. Let alone in the immediate future. So it's no biggie. Okay. I will quit and hope for the best next time. See you all soon.